Well, it's January now. I hope you all had a good holiday season. If you're anything like me, you're kind of glad it's over. And in an effort to help us all get our lives back to normal, all this month I will be featuring storage and organization projects. Maybe jettison your junk January, or junky January, or January is junk month. But whatever you call it, I'm gonna kick off the month with this canned food dispenser. This one holds a lot of cans, but you can scale it down to any size you want. It's all made with 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch plywood. So what I'm doing here is just working out a system to lay out my lines for the dados and rabbits around the edges. And I'm setting my router to make a 1/4 inch deep cut. The advantage of cutting all of these dados at once on the back and the bottom panel is that it saves time and that they'll be perfectly lined up. I'm making the distance between each dado 4 3/4 of an inch, which is a little bit bigger than a regular can. Along the 2 long edges, I need to make 2 1/4 inch wide rabbets. Now I can rip this into the base and the back pieces. And I'll also cut out the 7 dividers. In order to cut this angled groove for the top ramp, I need to first cut a little wedge-shaped piece that's at a 7-degree angle. So here's my wedge. On this short side here, I'm gonna hot glue on just a little chunk of wood here. This is the angle of the groove that I need to make, and obviously I can't run it flat against my fence because it would just cut this way. So with that angled piece there, I can lock it in here and then I can feed it straight through. I've got a 1/4 inch straight bit in my router and I've raised it up 1/8 of an inch high. I've also put a stop block here so I'll know when to stop the groove. So now I can just slide my stop block over to this side and I'll just flip everything around so that I can cut the groove on the opposite side. All of the pieces are cut, now I can just start to glue it up. I'm gonna glue it and tack it down. Alright, I'll let that dry and then I can finish it up. I've cut some 1 inch high spacers that I'm going to glue to the back. The lower ramp will fit in like that, and then the upper ramp will slide into these slots. And I've cut a 1.5 inch wide strip of plywood, and I'll glue it and tack this on the front. I'm not going to glue these ramps in, they seem to sit in there just fine. I cut 7 of these wedges out of a 2x4. I discovered through trial and error that they need to go in the back here. The cans sometimes would get stuck as they came around the corner, and this helps prevent that. And there's no need to glue these in either. And lastly, I sanded down all of the edges to make it nice and smooth. And if you'd like to make this project, I've got a free set of plans in the description. I'll see you next Friday with another project to help you organize that life of yours. See you then.